Over on the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, he's done cutting up his yellow bell peppers. Next to it, we have a sausage. Over on the side of Chef Warrior Mark, he threw in some of the dark chocolate and pati white chocolate, Chef Warrior Mark, into his vanilla custard mixture. Over in Chef Warrior Arnold's side, he got some flour. He's breaking a couple of eggs into the flour, and adding a little bit of milk. These are a few ingredients to make a basic pancake. All right, we got Chef Warrior Arnold whipping or whisking that pancake mixture together. All over the side of Chef Warrior Mark, he picked up his second main ingredient. His lobster is on his chopping board, and he's cracking it open. He's cracking the shell open. Chef Warrior Mark, taking a break after cutting our lobster open. He's pouring some oil into his saucepan. While over the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, that's a lot of bacon.
Yes.
And I'm surprised you put in oil in the bacon. Usually, you render the fat off the bacon.
But the thing there, since it's time constrained, I want to speed everything up.
All right. Chef Warrior Mark, is that just sugar? Okay, adding a bit of sugar into that, and he's about to prep his lobster. Chef Warrior Mark's stock pot of boiling water is now, he's adding a little bit of oil in there that will be used for his lobster. In the meantime, it's a very, very busy kitchen battlefield tonight. This is Battle Royale. We'll be back in a few minutes. Keep it here in Kitchen Battles.
Welcome back. Before the night is over, isa sa ating mga Chef Warriors ang magiging ultimate Chef Warrior. Balikan natin ang Kitchen Battlefield.
Thank you very much, Zoran. It is a hot kitchen battlefield happening here tonight. This is Battle Royale. You have two different takes for two Chef Warriors. Chef Warrior Mark, Chef Warrior Arnold, it seems, is breaking open a lobster of his own. I was wrong. That stock pot is not for his lobster. He is actually making pasta. And along with his pasta, he is boiling some of the potatoes that he diced earlier. On the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, I'm checking out his saute pan. There's the yellow bell peppers. There's a cucumber. In the bacon that he rendered earlier, he also threw in some of the lobster meat.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, by the way, Chef Warriors, I got a little announcement. If you use our star ingredient, UFC spaghetti sauce, on top of pasta, rice, noodles, or bread, you actually get an extra knife. So we shall see how you play around with our UFC spaghetti sauce star ingredient. Chef Warrior Mark is frying or sauteing some, is that bacon as well, Chef Warrior Mark?
No, lobster.
Lobster already, okay. And he is using our star ingredient, UFC spaghetti sauce. Talaga nga naman nakaka-capture ng UFC spaghetti sauce ang sweetish taste na mahal ng mga Pinoy. It is now available in 750-gram party packs. Patamisin ang weekends. Simply use our UFC spaghetti sauce. Chef Warrior Mark throwing in a little bit of water to dilute the UFC spaghetti sauce, and now crushing or breaking some basil leaves into that mixture. Chef Warrior Mark checking on his pasta, giving it a little stir. Still pretty hard. Some potatoes are also boiling in there alongside the pasta. Little seasoning happening meanwhile on the side of Chef Warrior Arnold. And he too has started on his star ingredient, the UFC spaghetti sauce. Once again, the UFC spaghetti sauce captures that sweetish taste na gustong-gusto talaga ng mga Pinoy. And don't forget, it's available in 750-gram party packs. Patamisin ang weekend with UFC spaghetti sauce. Over on Chef Warrior Mark's side, the hot oil with sugar is hot enough, and he threw in his saging na saba. He's now chopping up some leeks. Leek
Green chili.
Huh?
Green chili.
Okay.
Chili finger.
And he's adding it into his UFC spaghetti sauce mixture. His lobster is actually in there. So he's hitting two birds with one stone, one main ingredient partnered with a star ingredient. Chef Warrior Arnold dishing out some of his stewed mixture into the lobster shells, while I'm checking on Chef Warrior Mark, still busy with his UFC spaghetti sauce mix also, giving it a little taste test. Checking also on his banana cue. Adding Parmesan cheese din ba yun?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, couple of similarities between our Chef Warrior finalists. That's a little Parmesan cheese being thrown in the UFC spaghetti sauce mixture too on the side of Chef Warrior Mark. And he is pouring that into a bowl. One last taste test. Okay, he seems happy. It goes into a bowl and being set aside. Over on the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, he is grating some cheese. What kind of cheese are you having?
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella. Chef Warrior Mark checking on his pasta. That's a lot of mozzarella cheese you grated over there, Chef Warrior Arnold.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's going on top of his stuffed lobster. Chef Warrior Mark checking on his chocolate custard. Has it set? Not quite yet. Still very, very soft. While over on the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, he is checking on his saffron rice. So far, I noticed none of our Chef Warriors have touched the third main ingredient, the self-rising flour. Oh no, I am mistaken. Chef Warrior Arnold actually used it already for his pancake mixture. Chef Warrior Mark already sauteing some of that minced garlic that he cut up earlier. It seems as Chef Warrior Arnold has another frying pan with a little bit of butter on the stovetop, he will start on his savory pancake. On the side of Chef Warrior Mark, he just sliced some green and black olives. He's throwing it in the saute pan with a minced garlic. Chef Warrior Mark taking out his pasta, draining it in a coriander. Or on the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, he too cut up some of the black olives and he already started on his pancake. Chef Warrior Mark throwing him back his potatoes into the hot water that he used earlier, and he's now handling our UFC spaghetti sauce. Again, it captures the Swedish taste that Pinoys love. He threw in our star ingredient, UFC spaghetti sauce, into his minced garlic saute, along with some green and black olives. Cooling down his pasta and mixing our UFC spaghetti sauce. Or on the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, he's putting a little seasoning of salt and pepper into his saffron rice. More seasoning happening too in the side of Chef Warrior Mark. Getting a bowl over there, and he is about to fish out his banana cube. Chef Warrior Arnold flipping his pancakes. And into the other pan with melted butter, he's throwing in some of those things he chopped up earlier. Again, yellow bell peppers, a little bit of sausage, but mushrooms and black olives. It seems Chef Warrior Mark also is throwing in some basil leaves into his UFC spaghetti sauce mixture. Also playing around with green and black olives over there. And a little bit of sugar. Little flipping action on the pancakes. On Chef Warrior Arnold's side, browning them a little bit more. Over in Chef Warrior Mark's side, he has UFC spaghetti sauce mixture into a bowl. That's 3 bowls now. Chef Warrior Mark fishing out his boiled potatoes. It seems that's pretty much well done, pretty soft already. While over on the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, he is taking out his pancakes and spooning more into his hot frying pan. Chef Warrior Arnold spooning some of his saffron rice into a pan with hot butter or melting butter. And into that, he's actually throwing in some again of our star ingredient, the UFC spaghetti sauce. That earns him an extra knife point. We'll see more action from our Chef Warrior finalists when we return only here in Kitchen